Hello and welcome to the Sprouted Dreams podcast. I'm Abigail, your fairy godmother, helping you this week to get a start on spring. Springtime with the flowers and the birds and all the butterflies is so beautiful. Sometimes we get involved in purchasing new seeds and bulbs and new garden gloves and start digging in the dirt that we forget that perhaps it might also be a time to take a look at some things that might need some maintenance before we dig into the rest of the year. If your shovels are not properly cleaned, sharpened, and oiled, now is a great time to do that. Everybody needs a good garden trowel, even if you're just gardening in potted plants on a patio. It's important to have a shovel that can cut through roots or invasive weeds, or simply to dig into your compost, or scoop proper amounts of new dirt or fertilizer into your mix. Whatever it is, that shovel needs a bit of care. Also, don't forget about your handles. Sometimes handles are made for a particular type of person. Perhaps you're very small and you have small hands like I do, and you might want to actually beef up the handle a little bit or actually shave it down. So depending on your hand size, be sure to customize your shovel handles to fit your hands comfortably because you're going to be using it a lot and repetitively. You can use a wrap that is for gym workouts or rock climbers, or simply look through your garden supply center and see if they have one that fits your hand very nice and comfortably. This is also a great time to purchase a watering can or do a bit of maintenance on an older one. If you have a garden can that has holes that need to be repaired, or if the watering can needs to be replaced, be sure to do that before you're in the need of a watering can to sprinkle your seedlings that are coming up, because by then you'll be grabbing your coffee pot or a mason jar, and it's going to cause you to make more trips back and forth and make watering far more of a chore than it should be. And with your handles, again, be sure to make the watering can handle something that fits into your hand comfortably. Also choose a watering can that is the size that you need. Some watering cans are so small, you water 1 or 2 plants and they're empty. Others are so big you can hardly lift them more than 50 feet. So if you're capable of carrying a big, heavy watering can, or maybe you make that part of your workout that is in the garden, that's a great way to do it, as long as you don't cause injury or strain or make it a chore that you don't want to do, and then your plants will be left dry. I have tried many different ways of repairing watering cans that have leaks or perhaps inserts that go inside. And honestly, I have not come up with one that works acceptably, at least for me. I know that some people will use silicone or fit plastic inserts like a large garbage bag or something and line the watering can with that. Whatever works for you, but for me, I have not found an acceptable way to repair the holes that occur in my watering cans. Also, don't forget about your hoses. Hoses often need repair or replacement before the big growing season happens. And it's nice to have an attachment on the end of your hose that produces the type of stream of water that you want. I love having a soft rainwater that is suitable for seedlings. I also love to have one that will really pressurize and clean off leaves of trees that are higher up. So choose an end for your hose that will give you the type of water projection that your plants need. Also, don't forget to have a standby that you might need for applying some neem oil or perhaps other garden soaps or insecticides if you use those, because it's nice to have a functional applicator when you need it, because you don't want to have an infestation of some sort of whitefly or earwig, and then you are unable to protect your plants. So be sure to have one of those on standby. I like to have one that you can just pump up the pressure and then apply. I use a bit of organic oil, neem oil, and soap, and that works well for me as much as it can. Sometimes the bugs do take over, to be honest with you, but that has worked in the past if I am diligent and I have a well-functioning applicator to put it on regularly. I hope that gets your spring gardens started, at least in the watering department. We'll be going over some other things to get your gardens blooming and growing as springtime approaches. Until next week, happy fairy gardening. This podcast has been brought to you by Sprouted Dreams. Please head over to sprouteddreams.com, where I have transitioned the website to do its checkout process over in my Etsy shop. So check out all of the products and videos and blog posts and images at sprouteddreams.com, and you can safely and securely check out whatever you like in my Etsy shop, and each Buy Now button will take you conveniently there so that the process is all smooth and safe and secure. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you over at sprouteddreams.com.